Hi, beautiful people. How are you? It's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen. I wanted to just come on to do another video for you. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. Thank you for believing in me. I definitely believe in you. And let's get to it. So, I wanted to talk today about your your purpose and why you're here and how to understand that. I know that like your purpose seems like it might seem like a really big thing, and it might seem like how do I figure that out and how do I balance that with the life that I'm living? I need to have money, I need to survive. And I'm going to tell you my story and how I figured this out after doing so much research and searching myself, trying to find these answers. This is what I finally understood, which really helped me. And so I hope I can make a shortcut for you. Basically, your purpose comes down to frequency. Everything in the energy world is frequency. And so low energy is low frequency, high energy is high frequency, right? And what you want to look for in the world, in the time we live in, really, if you can, let go of your past, let go of past lives, let go of everything, come back to where you are. That's a really powerful place to come to. And you have to look around the world you live in today, and you have to ask yourself one question, one very important question. What is it in this world that makes me feel the highest frequency possible? What is that? And you need to ask yourself that question today, because in 5 years, that might look different. In 10 years, 20 years, what makes you feel high frequency will change. What makes you feel high frequency when you're a kid is different from when you're an adult. What is it in this world that makes you feel the highest frequency right now possible? What are those very specific things? Because one of the mistakes I made that I don't want you to make is thinking that what you want is what everybody wants, because that is not true. I went to a counselor once and I told her I was trying to figure out my career, and I was like, oh, I wish I just wanted to be a dentist. I really tried to be a dentist actually for a couple of years. And I took science and I hated it. I'm not like, that's just not my purpose. It was not who I am. And I was trying really hard because I wanted to have a good career. I wanted to have good money. I wanted to have security, all those beautiful things. I'm smart. So I was like, I can be a dentist, fine, But, and I have an aunt who's a dentist, so that inspired me. But basically I told her, like, I just wish that I could really want this, but I don't. And I feel like I'm really stuck in this difficult place because what I want is like to be a movie star, and everybody wants that. And like, she cut me off and she was like, what? She was like, no, not everybody wants to be a movie star. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, of course everybody wants to be. And she was like, no, not everybody wants that. I don't want that. And I was like, you don't want to be a movie star? And she was like, no. And that's one of the first times where I was like, oh my God, wait a second. The things that make me feel high frequency are different from other people. Like, that was literally the first time I ever in my life even considered that not everybody, when they went to the movies, was like, I want to be on the screen. I want to be in movies. I want to do that. I fully believed every single person went to the movies and felt that way. And it was the first time that I was like, oh my God. And I'm a Leo, so I love to be on camera. I love to perform, I love doing these videos. I really love being on stage. And I am a comedian in New York right now, and I really love it. I especially love doing music video parodies, and I really like, that feels really high frequency to me. And you have to start thinking about the things that make you high frequency or feel high frequency as very specific to you, and stop telling yourself, oh, everybody wants that. Oh, everybody wants to live in, whatever makes you feel really high frequency, like Paris or France, or, everybody wants to, like, I don't know, own a villa in Orange County, or I don't know, whatever it is for you. That's not true. Not everybody wants that specific thing. So you have to ask yourself, why do I want that specific thing? Why does that make me feel high frequency? Well, it must be connected to my purpose. You see what I mean? So the things that make us feel the highest frequency are going to be very different for each of us. And that is speaking to us about our purpose. How do I know that things that make you feel high frequency are your actual purpose? It's because the identity of your spirit is high frequency itself. That is the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is high frequency. When you go to heaven, you will let go of all the negative energy that's accumulated in you, which is just negative beliefs you've taken on while you're alive. And what will be left over? Positive energy, high frequency, that's it. You have a very even distinguishable high frequency. It's like we're different notes on a piano, you know? We're different expressions of high frequency. And so you're here as this person. It's really, again, important to let go of past lives, past identities. Who are you right now? The time we live in, what makes me feel high frequency in the world right now when I look around? What is it that really lights me up? What are those very specific things? And that is who you are, because the high frequency is who you are. See what I mean? It's like the expression of the high frequency that you are truly, that will never go away, that's eternal, that will go to heaven. And that translates into different things that are possible in the world you live in. And your purpose can be big things, it can be little things, it can be, maybe your purpose is to live in a specific city. Maybe your purpose is to right now have flowers in your home. Maybe your purpose is to help people or charities or different things in different ways. Maybe your purpose is to start dance classes, or maybe your purpose is to be a movie star, or maybe your purpose is to upload your own videos to YouTube or start a business, or literally the answer is what makes you feel the highest frequency? You. And when you look at it that way, you're going to realize you really do have the answers in you. And it is not complicated. And a lot of times we push down the things we really want because we're scared of not getting them, or we're scared that they're too much, or you don't have to be afraid of that. If it's who you are, it's going to work out. If it's who you are and you go for it, the universe, God, bigger picture, will support you. And so my story is, I wanted to move to New York City for 10 years, you know, and I kept telling myself, I can't, because it's like hard. You know, I'm from Canada, and I was just like, you can't just go there. Like, I don't know, how am I going to go there? And no one really seemed to encourage me. No one was like, yeah, you should do that. Like, maybe a couple people, but they weren't the people who were close to me and my family. And like, you know, so I just went about my life trying to be happy, and I was miserable. And I used to talk about New York City like on a daily basis, and I would talk about it so much, and I would be like, I have a crush on it. And I just like couldn't stop all the time talking about it. And people were like, why don't you move there? Why don't you go there? Like, why are you and so whether or not I lived here, I was going to feel the same way about it. So it's like, I knew that there's something about New York City that makes me feel really high frequency. And I got smarter realizing that not everybody feels that way. You know, I think, of course, at first I thought everybody wants to move to New York. So like, whatever, it's not like a real goal I can actually live. But yeah, the older I got, the more I realized these things I'm telling you today. Like, I realized, oh, like, yeah, it's not everybody who feels this way. This is specific to me. That makes me feel high frequency. It's kind of like telling me what I'm supposed to do with my life. And yeah, and so, I mean, I've lived here now for almost 6 years, and I didn't know how that was going to happen. And because I was willing to do it, the you know, God supported me in doing that. It's like, you have to understand that if it's who you are, it's not a goal, it's not a dream, it's not something you're trying to be. The more I realized these things while I was still in Canada, it felt really uncomfortable for me to be in Canada. It was like, this isn't who I am, you know? And I've always felt very, very, very comfortable and at home here in New York City. Always. Every day. It just feels like my home. And so that's how you know something's meant for you. That's how you know it's your purpose, is it matches who you are. It's like the frequency of high energy that you are. It's like an expression of that. That makes me feel that in myself. And so you want to look for things in jobs and careers and opportunities and, you know, hobbies and all these things that make you feel like yourself, that make you feel that high frequency. And be ready to be open to it being very specific. Okay? For me, it's actually a specific TV show here in New York that makes me feel like that. It always has. And I don't say what it is because, I'm manifesting it. And I'll tell you when I'm on it what it is, or you'll know. But like, yeah, you have to be really open to like it actually being quite specific. It's not even like, for me, it's not even like, I just want to do comedy. It's like, this is this show. So I'm doing the things to get on that show every day. And again, not feeling like it's a goal or treating it that way. It's who you are, right? So it's like a process of becoming who you really are. That's what pursuing your purpose really is. It's a process of taking away and undoing the things that are not you, and instead filling your schedule as much as possible, empowering yourself to take actual actions every day to live the life that is true for you, the life that is the actual expression of the energy you have inside. And I've done lots of jobs. I've done, there are lots of things that come along the way to support you. But if you're always going toward that thing, that is the real life for you, the real, thing that matches your energy, the thing that makes you feel like yourself, the thing that really makes you feel high frequency. If you're always going toward that, it's like there will be a journey to get there. There will be steps along the way. And so be open to that too. But I find that if you're going in that direction, everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be fulfilling to you. You're going to get the support, the spiritual support. There will be challenges. There will be things you have to overcome. But every day you will feel fulfilled. And I think fulfillment is something we talk about a lot. How do you get that? Because yeah, you can have money and fame and all those things, but it doesn't mean you have fulfillment. Well, this is how you have fulfillment, is you make that your real life. You say, that's who I really am. And you take steps every day. You live your life as if that's who you really are, and you're constantly letting go. You're constantly taking a step forward and another one and another one. And that's how you live a fulfilled life. And you're going to realize that it wasn't really about reaching the goal, though that's wonderful. It's about the process of becoming who you really are while you're on earth. So you can start where you are today. And what you need to figure out first is where you're going, and what your real life is, and what the manifestation of your real high frequency is in this world we're in right now for you today. And you can't wait. You can't even wait another week, because you're going to be a different person another week. You're shifting. You always have to ask yourself today, what is it in the world that makes me feel high frequency? And that's who I am. So that is my real life. That's my real life. And everything else is a lie. And I will tell you one more thing that's very important. It is going to be just as hard to live a life that's a lie. It will be just as hard to not live your purpose. You will have to work just as hard. You will have to go through challenges, learn lessons, suffer, get redirected, put in the hours, be tired, all the things to grow that life takes. You're going to have to do them anyway. For a job that you don't want, a purpose that is not yours, it's going to take all that hard work. So you might as well go for your purpose, because it's going to take a lot of hard work, but it's going to be a lot of hard work to not live your purpose. And I know this because I already did this. I tried really hard to be a journalist. I got my degree in English and my degree in journalism. I love to write. And I went to the top job that I could fathom for myself, which was to be an intern at Elle Canada magazine, basically to work at Elle Canada. That was, the top thing that I could think of that I would like to do. And I hated it. I did not like it. And that's when I realized that it was going to be a lot of hard work for me to live a life that I didn't even want to live. Because you can't just go to that job. You have to work at that job. You have to do that job. But at the end of the day, and at the end of the week, and at the end of the month, and the year, and your life, you won't have done the thing that you wanted to do. And you've had to put a lot of hard work into that life. So I was like, I might as well just do what I want, because not doing what I want is still a lot of hard work. I want you to really take that seriously right now. It's going to be a lot of hard work not living your purpose. It's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of hard work living your purpose. But guess what? At the end of each day, the end of each month, the end of each year, and your life, you will feel fulfilled because you're going in the direction that is true for you. So I hope that this helped you. If you are interested in talking to me more about why you're here, getting a snapshot of what your energy looks like, the blocks that are in the way that can get out of the way, I do sessions to help dissolve those blocks. I had to do that for myself to be able to do this. It takes a lot of courage, and you have to let go of a lot of fear to be able to really go for things. So I can help you with that if you're interested, and I'll put my free consult link in the description if you're interested. But I hope that this really helped you guys, and if it did, please let me know in the comments. Be fearless. Be fearless. Really think about this, and then do something about it today. Mwah, lots of love.